Hey everybody, Lawrence here, coming at you with a real quick one. Now, recently on my mushroom scatter terrain part 2, I used a bunch of small mini mushrooms. Well, I could have included this into that video, but then I wanted it to be separate on its own on how to make these, so you wouldn't have to watch a long form video and just for when you want to find one little bit on how to make one little piece. And that's why I make these quick tip videos. But I want to show you how I made this to be used for stuff like that. It's a simple, easy thing to do, and it works out. It winds up looking pretty good. But before we get to it, I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons: Dungeon Matron, Mia Geek, Corel, and Sykes. You guys' help is always appreciated, and I can't thank you enough. So let's get to it. People who have watched my channel before will recognize these little foam balls from the Dollar Tree that I use for spider eggs. But I thought, it's like, if I cut these in half, they'll make excellent mushroom caps. So I'm going to go along and cut a boatload of them up and get it prepped for mushroom caps. I mean, it's pretty simple. Just be a little careful not to cut yourself and use a fresh, sharp blade, because you don't want any tears while cutting, and a sharp blade will keep you from getting the cut screwed up. And here for the stem, I'm using something very simple: toothpicks. I'm using the rounded ones with points. I've used these toothpicks multiple times for other things. I just dip the point into some tacky glue there and then stick it into the bottom of the foam ball and then set it aside there to dry. Not really that difficult of a process. It's really simple, and honestly, that's, as far as making the mushrooms, that's it. I mean, aside from the next step, at this step, as far as the crafting part, you're 66.6666666% done. So put on a nice video and just craft away. It's a really simple process to make these mini mushrooms. The worst thing you got to do is wait for the glue to dry. That's it. Now that my glue's dry, I'm going to cut them to length, and it's just a matter, I'm using some side snips. You can use whatever you want, but I'm just getting ready to snip them to length. And make sure you hold on top, because if you're using snips, they might fly off into another world. And boom, mini mushroom. The crafting phase is done. Now, this footage is from my Mushroom Scatter series part 2, but it's just a matter of taking a toothpick, punching a hole through into the foam so I have somewhere to stick the mushroom, dipping the stem into some more PVA. I'm using some needle nose pliers to hold it because they are tiny and my fingers are like, yeah, no, you're gonna need a tool for this. And then sticking the bottom of the mushroom stem into the hole, and boom, done. Not overly complicated. Now, yeah, this is footage from another video, but I'm just painting the stem, I think an ivory color, somewhere, just to get paint on it, really. I'm not bothering to paint the underside of these little mushroom casts, because unless you hold it upside down, you're never going to see it. So And of course, more footage from another video. But I'm just going around painting all the caps the same ivory color, just for the next step when I actually color them, because I just want a semi-white base to paint over top of, just so the colors will pop a little bit more. And of course, I'm just going to use contrast paints here. Various colors, so I won't have all one, all purple or all red, but, I'm just mixing up the colors. But get the contrast, paint it on, done. Or, you can use whatever paint you want. I have the contrast, so I use it. And as you can see, for a tabletop, they look great. I mean, you can put more effort into it if you want to, but I just wanted to get them on quick and done. And various colors. And I purposely tried coffee staining it with the contrast paints, just so it wouldn't be like one solid, even color. I wanted it to look more natural, I guess. Anybody, if you made it this far, means you watch in, and as always, I do appreciate it. I said, something simple like this. It's easy, it's quick, and it can make your bases, your miniature bases, which you can use these for, or your terrain. Just give it that little extra pop. And it's just simple little things like this that you can do to take your piece of terrain to that next level. It's not difficult at all. I just showed you. So take a couple extra minutes, make a bunch of these. I still have like about 50 left that I can use. So make a bunch, throw it in a little container, and you'll have them for the next time you need them. So, but as always, guys, remember, whenever you're making your terrain or little pieces for your terrain, the only person you got to worry about is you, because it is your terrain.